Yeah. Cool. Right. So how do I now open that in a brown? Here we go.
There's an H. Some page documents on the left-hand side.
Okay, everybody keep their fingers crossed. I realised that was a little bit slow, that bit, and hey, look at that. Right, so round of applause. Okay, so there's a slight glitch because I turned it onto a development server, which means you don't have that window there. So, I guess the key points from this are there's a whole bunch of free OS data out there. You're going to find out more information about a whole bunch of free open source software that you can use in conjunction with that OS data, or indeed any other open data, or indeed some data of your own, to create interesting applications. And we've used open source software to create things like OpenSpace and to power some of our commercial applications like On Demand. Thank you very much.
One question.
Yeah.
The postcode lookup on that we're not liable for path royalties on that.
Is there a way to edit the maps, the vector maps you are releasing, or is it just one way? You just release it and you have got your own team to update the maps. It's not like OpenStreetMap.
No, it's not like OpenStreetMap. We are. There's a lot of thinking going on in OS around crowdsourcing and expert sourcing. So currently we have customers of ours trialing, or sort of utility customers of ours, we're trialing utility customers reporting change information back to OS. But as yet we don't have any plans to do any kind of crowdsourcing like OpenStreetMap do.
Do you have to have your own API key?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
When will that release of OS be?
So all the products are updated on various different schedules. Off the top of my head, I think the next one coming out is Vector. There's a new version of Vector Map District in a couple of months. In the first quarter of next year. And all of the other products are updated on various different schedules. So basically the same schedule that they're updated in the same schedule that they were when they were paid for products. Hi, Joe. Yeah.
What's the link to the metadata toolkit?
Good question. It's on the UK LP website. Yes, not the Lichtenpans project. I think it's here. And it's buried. There we go. I'm not working directly in this bit of the project. It's somewhere on here. Somewhere on this website, under UK Location Programme Metadata, you'll find a link to the live version, and also a link to where you can go and download the. I think how it works is you get normal GeoServer, and then we've got sort of a package that you add on top. Cool. Yeah.
Is there an intention to add to any of the open data sets? We were disappointed, for example, 25,000 sort of didn't appear.
Yeah.
Many people thought it would be there.
Yeah. So the way that the deal was worked out, Tim Berners-Lee was really keen to ensure that OS was funded well enough that it could continue to go out and capture data. So there was a deal struck between Ordnance Survey and the Treasury, with the Department of Communities and Local Government, where they paid for certain data sets. So they took a view from the likes of Tim Berners-Lee and Nigel Shadbolt down in Southampton University as to which data sets they saw as critical to making critical to achieving their aims, and then they paid us for those data sets. So they chose not to pay for the 25,000 or 50,000 to get back, which is a really long-winded way of saying at the moment there is no plan to release the 25,000 and 50,000. If, however, Nigel Shadbolt, Tim Berners-Lee, or the new government decide that those are data sets that should be made available for free, then that will obviously happen. Yeah. Sorry, that got quite hit.
So same sort of area, but vector map district.
Yeah.
Sort of footpaths and private roads, I think, have been omitted for some legal reasons. That likely to really sort of burn the problem.
They've been omitted, and I don't think there's any plan to put them in. Right.
The policy we got with tool
Yeah.
is the open layers. Does
Yeah.
it support all the future? Will you use this on very open layers, or there are any kind of limitations? Or
No, I think it's just there's. I think we're one. Where are we? It might still have 2.7 version of OpenLayers in it. But it's everything within OpenLayers. So it's basically a guide to using OpenLayers and GeoServer, I think PostGIS, with OS data and a couple of tools that we provided to chop OS data up as little tiles and run services that look just like OpenSpace. Just higher.
I think you mentioned you were going to make some changes to GeoServer.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
sort of changes are you planning to do?
Good question. We are adding support for WMS 1.3.0. We're adding support for extending capabilities, which is mandated under Inspire, adding support for the language parameter, and that sort of brings GeoServer up to scratch from an Inspire perspective. And then for my commercial services, with that also run on GeoServer, we need to enhance GeoServer's capability of rendering master maps, and we'll put that back into core as well. Cool. I think that's complete. Thanks, guys.